It has to be up there with some of the great derbies in world football, and make no mistake, one team always keeps an eye on what the other is up to. Stay tuned, we'll bring you all the action from North London as Arsenal face Spurs. Always a terrific venue to watch a football match. I'm talking about the Emirates Stadium here in North London. I'm Derek Ray, joined for commentary by the former Arsenal defender Lee Dixon. And looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Arsenal up against Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. Should be a good game, this one. I always wanted to start the game on the front foot, fast play, force the opposition to respond. Hopefully we get that from the start of this match.
Well, keeper getting both gloves on the ball. Daniel Malen. Thomas. Oh, nice ball over the top to chase. A matter of keeping his composure. Teammate available. It's gone in! Arsenal take the lead in the derby. And just listen to the fans. That tells you the story.
Well, here it is again, and it starts with the ball over the top, perfectly weighted. And because he's on his own, he collects himself, and he finishes it perfectly past the keeper.
So the ball is rolling again. That should shake up Spurs a bit. A change to the scoreline at Selhurst Park. A goal there. Alan will tell us all.
It's a goal for Everton. 9 minutes played, 1-0.
Alan McInally with his finger on the pulse. And Spurs could be onto something. Clears it away. Played into the centre of the box. Will it be? Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. Kolasinac. Well, I've been on social media quite a bit in the last few hours and just can't get away from Nabil Fekir. Facing his former club, facing his past league. That's not always straightforward.
Yeah, Derek, it's a funny old day. It can be a day to remember, a joyous day when everything clicks. You get a good reception from the fans that once loved you, or it can be a day to forget.
Punched away. Foden. Alert defending. And I can tell you a goal has been scored at Anfield. Alan McInally with the details.
It's a goal for Liverpool. 24 minutes played, 1-0.
Many thanks, Alan. Couldn't keep it. Arsenal have given it away. Well, I first watched Paulo Dybala when he was with Palermo. Suffice it to say, he's become a real superstar of his generation. Where might he come in handy in this game, Lee?
Well, his form is sensational, Derek. He can't stop scoring. He's having so much fun out there. Consistent form, relentless hunger, a desire that goes beyond the norm. He's got that extra yard. He's a joy to watch.
Foden. Frankie de Jong. Really sitting deep now. That could be problematic. And news of a goal at Anfield. Here's Alan McInally.
It's a second goal for Liverpool. 33 minutes played, 2-0.
Thanks, Alan. Well, they've lost the ball.
Arsenal struggling in terms of possession, but again, we've seen it before, we'll see it again. Their counter-attack play has been absolutely fantastic. Pace really hurts defences, and they've got that in abundance.
Nabil Fekir. Kolasinac. Well, possibilities inside the box. Couldn't keep it. Dybala. Well, Spurs now in potentially a dangerous position. This could level it. Well, what an opportunity, but really good defending, you've got to say. Martinelli. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. And the counter-attack came to nothing. And so we're at the halfway stage with Arsenal in front. Lee, interested to get your thoughts.
Well, this lot are just...
So the second half is underway. Not enough went right for Spurs in the first 45. Can they address what went wrong? Foden. Dybala. Chances on. That's well blocked. Applying vigorous pressure. Dybala. Can they square the game? And it nestles in the back of the net. A goal for Tottenham Hotspur, who now are on level terms.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. And he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard.
Well, the earlier goal cancelled out. One apiece. Nabil Fekir. Fekir. Well, that's a super ball over the top. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Well, plenty of speculation on social media and in the newspapers that Milan may be on the verge of adding to their squad in a very interesting way, Lee.
Well, Derek, there's nothing like a transfer rumour to liven a dressing room up. Puts a spring in the step of players, especially if you hear he plays in your position.
Can they get in behind them? Important facet of it. Opportunity here, and danger still. And I think the threat has been averted. A goal has been scored in the Crystal Palace match. Alan McInally with details.
It's a second goal for Crystal Palace. 64 minutes played, 3-2.
Regular updates from Alan McInally along the way. And a Tottenham Hotspur free kick coming up. And the save made following the free kick, and he was able to hang on to the ball.
Well, Derek, you can sense the frustration growing from the fans. That leads on to the players being frustrated too. You can sense it. Can they get the goal?
Well, we always enjoy bringing you live action on EA TV and Premier League action coming up. It's Arsenal facing Crystal Palace.
Yeah, game after game, the season is relentless, but players just love to play. Give them a game any day of the week. That should be a belter.
Well, I believe there's been a goal in the Liverpool game. Alan McInally.
It's a third goal for Liverpool. 71 minutes played, 3-0.
Alan McInally keeping us right up to date. And that is offside. Spurs to make a personnel switch now. Coman. And it's a matter of what occurs in the final 15 minutes. He could pick out a teammate. Pretty comfortable piece of defending. Nabil Fekir. De Jong. Just a quick reminder, we've got Champions League group stage action for you to look forward to here on EA TV. It's Tottenham Hotspur taking on Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah, break from league action for players. Always a good atmosphere when it's knockout football. Should be a great match, that.
And that's an important intervention. Only 5 minutes left for play and tension galore with the teams locked together. Bonucci. Arsenal have given it away. Given away by Tottenham. A really sumptuous ball. He's managed to get in behind. Superb block on the back of the ball from the flank. And a change for Spurs at this juncture. And firing it into the area. On the offensive, is there to be late excitement? Gelson Martins. Çalhanoğlu. Thomas. And full time here. Well, they weren't to be separated in the end. It goes into the books as a draw. Lee, what did you make of it?
Well, Derek, goals, excitement, mistakes, heroics. What more could you ask for in a game? Maybe a winner? Good game, though, wasn't it?
A matter of keeping his composure. You would think this game has epic written all over it. Two heavyweights of Europe, and both have the potential to go far. It's Tottenham Hotspur. They take on Bayer Leverkusen, and it's live on EA TV. Hello everyone, I must say it's always a real privilege to commentate from this venue. A warm welcome to North London. I'm Derek Ray, joined by Lee Dixon in the commentary position. And we're certainly in the mood for Champions League group stage action. It is Tottenham Hotspur facing Bayer Leverkusen.
Thank you, Derek. Well, it was a great start to their Champions League campaign as far as Tottenham are concerned. But that's gone now. Now you have to focus on the second game. Another 3 points available. Surely the same performance will get the same result. Really looking forward to this one, Derek.
This is the starting lineup for Tottenham Hotspur. Marc-Andre ter Stegen stands between the posts. Presnel Kimpembe plays alongside Davinson Sanchez in central defence. And Handel must take the lead here. Oh, he's been denied. And they remain locked together.
Well, the goalkeeper has earned his corner there. A fabulous save.
Intense pressure. Smuggled away. Mount. So glancing at the table, and I must say, and in with a real chance. On his own with only the keeper to beat, and still he's missed it.
Well, he had one thought, power. He should have thought composure.
Well, you know, most teams have a preferred way of playing. The visitors do like to press high. They try to force errors. Lee, do you anticipate seeing that from them in this game?
Yeah, I do, Derek, I really do. It's a brave way of playing, though, away from home. It just shows the confidence the coach has in this group of players.
Oscar. Demirbay has it. Good movement. Oscar. Coman. Phil Foden now. Struggling to keep the ball. Foden. Dembele on the ball. Chances on. And played towards the near post. Still alive. Well, nothing comes of it. Oscar. And room now out on the flank. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in. Well, he played that one really well. Oscar. Could play it in. Looking for that final pass. Looking for the goal that would put them ahead. And he misfires. The score sheet remains blank.
Well, it looked for all of the world that it should have been the first goal of the game. But his finishing has to be better than that.
Foden. And back with Dembele. And Mount. Oh, lovely ball. Absolutely spot on with that challenge. Dybala.
Well, Derek, there's nothing between these two teams in terms of possession. Can someone take control of this game? Take a few more risks? Hopefully we'll see a goal soon.
And they've only gone and applied that finishing touch. Well, the offside flag has been raised. No goal.
Well, it was close, but he just went a little bit too early.
Mount. And Bailey. Here's Mount. Gabriel Jesus. Could be a chance to break here. And 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. Looks promising, this. Might jump in front. And a goal to open the scoring. No wonder they're celebrating.
Well, here's the replay, Derek, and defenders must defend. They had plenty of time and opportunity to clear this ball, and they've really messed up here.
No more time left. That is it for the first half here at the home of Tottenham. And the second half of this Champions League group stage meeting is underway. Gabriel Jesus. And the ball with Boli. Nacho Fernandez. And in possession, Januzaj. Nacho Fernandez. Adnan Januzaj. Well, far from textbook defending. And played to the front post. Well, under no real pressure as he brought the ball down. Breaking at pace. Well, this man will get most of the plaudits for his contribution up to this point, Lee.
Well, his manager will be delighted.
And it might be. And a goal it is for Tottenham Hotspur. Well on course for victory here.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition. They were so quick to get out from the back, and he had choices of what type of finish to apply. And bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal.
So 2-0 now. Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in. And a throw-in forthcoming. Well, someone has found the net at the Estadio de la Ceramica. Alan McInally.
It's a goal for Villarreal. 58 minutes played, 1-0.
Regular updates from Alan McInally along the way. And it's Gabriel Jesus. Ter Stegen was always going to make that save. Just a reminder, we have more absorbing action from the Premier League coming your way here on EA TV. It's Tottenham Hotspur facing Aston Villa.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Always a great atmosphere in that.
And this would reduce the deficit. Fine goalkeeping to push that away. Wonderful block. Dybala. And Spurs moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? Coman. And beyond the last defender, offside. Kerem Demirbay. And a throw-in it's going to be. Spurs have decided to make a double substitution. Rodrigo. They're really pressing their opponents. Ball's gone. Gabriel Jesus. Very quick thinking there. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Alexander-Arnold. Kerem Demirbay. Ball with Radetzky. Oscar. Moving the ball nicely, looking for that final pass. Able to deal with the threat. Only 10 minutes remaining here. Dybala. And now Rodrigo. What a shocking pass, really. Oh, nice ball over the top. And the cross is very much on. Makes his way in field. The cut back. Priority was to hang on to the ball, which he did. Zielinski. It's with Çalhanoğlu. Dybala. Perfectly positioned to take it away. Promising sequence. Well, just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages here. Well, he's given a corner, the referee. And firing it into the area. Bailey plays it back. Perfect challenge. So the full-time whistle and another 3 points in the bag to add to the total from match day one. And in with a real chance. On his own with only the keeper to beat, and still he's... And hello from the English Midlands. This is the scene at Villa Park. I'm Derek Ray here in the commentary position, and joining me will be Lee Dixon. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Aston Villa up against Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. Real pleasure to be here. Looking forward to this game. Players will be a bit nervous. I was always nervous at the start of games. It's important you get your first pass off to your colleague, maybe get a good tackle in, settle the nerves down. Looking forward to a good game here.
And very deftly cut out. Here's how the lineup looks for Aston Villa. Willi Orban plays with Martin Hinteregger in central defence. And they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage. Good tackle. Introducing the Spurs starting 11. Marc-Andre ter Stegen stands between the posts. Davinson Sanchez plays alongside Presnel Kimpembe at the back, and handed the task of playing up front today is Paulo Dybala. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. Crossing opportunity. Well, he had a decent reading of that ball in. Grealish. Martin de Roon. And Cash with it. Krychowiak. Now Krychowiak. Can they find a gap in the defence? Making sure nothing came of it. De Jong. Dybala. Çalhanoğlu. Promising move from Tottenham. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. In possession to give them the lead, maybe. But it can't get all the way through. And he's fired over the corner. Over it comes. Well, did his job defensively. Coman. Dybala. It could be up for grabs.
Well, he'll be getting thumbs up all round for the goalkeeping performance, but especially for that save. Absolutely brilliant, Derek, wasn't it?
Dybala! Well, I'll tell you what, he didn't miss by an awful lot. Sigurdsson. And Grealish. Watkins. Martin de Roon. Looking for that final pass, looking for the goal that would put them ahead. Good defending to prevent the chance. Intense pressure. Dybala. Could be a chance to break here. Can they take advantage of the situation? Well, no problems defensively. Delivered into the area here. The end product just wasn't there.
Well, as you can see from the possession, there's little between these two teams. It's been a real tight, cagey affair. You just hope it opens up a little, that one of these teams is willing to take a few risks.
And news of a goal in the Brentford game. Alan McInally has the details.
It's a second goal for Manchester United. 36 minutes played. 2-1.
Thanks very much as always, Alan. Strength and control, a big part of his game. Must take the lead here, and not cleared away properly. Goalkeeping of the very highest order.
Oh, it was a great shot as well. Great shot, great save.
And the fourth official confirming that we'll have one additional minute. And giving the ball away. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. The teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences. De Jong. Çalhanoğlu. Now with De Jong. Well, they're moving the ball neatly enough. Just looking for that decisive pass. Well, the threat was very real. Marvellous defending. Martin de Roon. And Sigurdsson with it. And we have more live Premier League action coming up for you soon on EA TV. It's Aston Villa facing Arsenal.
Yeah, it's very easy to build a case for those two teams to make that game a real cracker. You should be tuning in for that one.
Dybala. And showing fine vision. And that is offside. Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match. Traore. It's with de Roon. And it's Krychowiak. Over the touchline for a throw-in. Pedri. Coman. And don't forget, we have more Premier League action coming up for you on EA TV. It's Spurs taking on Leicester City.
Yeah, game after game, the season is relentless, but players just love to play. Give them a game any day of the week. That should be a belter.
Still level here, but the pressure escalating. A bit sloppy in possession. He's protecting it effectively. Dybala.
Well, you can tell what the fans think of that decision. They're certain it should have been a penalty.
Sigurdsson. Ruben Duarte. Excellent ball over the top. The importance of that tackle cannot be overstated. I understand there's been a change to the scoreline in the Brentford match. Alan McInally can provide us with the details.
It's a third goal for Manchester United. 75 minutes played. 3-1.
Can they take the lead? And he's fired it against the post. Oh, pressing really high. Krychowiak. Bertrand Traoré has it. And apologies to Alan McInally for having to cut him off. To confirm, Manchester United have scored in that match, and their lead stands at 3-1. And the pass by Dybala gobbled up. And a goal at this stage might well turn out to be decisive. Opportunity to deliver the cross. And it crossed the byline, a goal kick as a result. There has been plenty of limbering up from substitutes, and now both sides will make personnel switches. Inside the final 5 minutes now. Dybala. It's with Çalhanoğlu. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. Moving it forward. Crossing opportunity. And there goes the final whistle. This game is over. Goalless, but by no means eventlessly.
Yeah,
Hello, a warm welcome, and this is the scene here in North London. A warm welcome from me, Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary by the former Arsenal and England defender, Lee Dixon. And very much looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League. It is Tottenham Hotspur facing Leicester City.
Cheers, Derek. Yes, excited about this one. Interesting matchup for me. We should get a good game here, hopefully.
Delivering it into the box. Not messing around with that clearance. Dembele. And Spurs will go with this starting 11. Marc-Andre ter Stegen stands between the posts. Davinson Sanchez plays alongside Presnel Kimpembe at the back. And the main striker is Paulo Dybala. Foden. Well, for Spurs, it's all about the victory after being held to a draw. Gives it a go. How on earth did the goalkeeper get there?
Well, he's dived forever, hasn't he? He's got that strong hand on it. It's a brilliant save.
And the cross courtesy of Dybala. Pretty comfortable piece of defending. Over the touchline for a throw-in. De Jong. Phil Foden now. Just not looking confident in possession. Fofana. Ricardo Pereira. Iheanacho. Space and time for the cross. Ndidi. Did look as though they had attacking momentum, but not so. And take it away. Real chance. Oh, surely. He's unable to take the chance, and he'll be disappointed here.
Well, 0-0. It should be 1-0. It really should.
Dybala. Spot on with that tackle. Alfredo Morelos. Opportunity in the wide area. And pulled back. With the game level, let's see what they can do with this corner. And now the delivery. Well, he did his job defensively. Looks promising, this. Well, strong play here. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Well, making high pressing work for them here. Takes aim. And now he must score. And he finds the net. He could hardly miss. Well, back underway here. How will Spurs reply to that setback? Dembele. Phil Foden now. Foden. Well, terrific defending to stop them progressing. Ricardo Pereira. And a throw-in it's going to be. Foden. Well, he's given us away. And a goal kick given. Well, Spurs now in potentially a dangerous position. Dybala has someone to play it to. And it nestles on the back of the net. A goal for Tottenham Hotspur, who now are on level terms.
Well, here's the replay. Great disguise on the pullback cross. And then the sheer power of the strike. Really impressive. It's a thunderbolt.
Well, the earlier goal cancelled out. One apiece. There will be 1 minute added on at the end. Zakaria. Well, high marks for that pass. No more time left. That is it for the first half here at the home of Tottenham. Well, we expected he... And as the second half commences, both sides can reflect on a first half in which they were so very evenly matched. Dennis Praet. On the ball, Zakaria. Well, they're eyeing that final pass, you just feel. How about the cross? Alfredo Morelos. It is to be a throw-in. And Iheanacho has it. Can he give them the lead? And this situation could be dangerous. Well, if you've been paying attention to the morning newspapers and the sports blogs, you'll have read that Manchester United could well be getting an exciting new addition to the squad lead.
Well, Derek, I've heard a figure of around £45 million, and that would be about right for this type of player. Not sure that's going to be accepted, though.
Foden. It's with Dybala. Well, the pass not finding its target. Half an hour remaining then. And intercepting it. Foden. De Jong. Iheanacho. Konsa. And they need to get tighter here. Foden. Now Dybala. Timely intervention. Now let us point you in the direction of Champions League group stage action coming up live here on EA TV. It's Tottenham Hotspur against Villarreal.
Yeah, cup football has its own special atmosphere for me. Mistakes can be really costly. Can't wait for that one. The crowd haven't had too much to cheer about for a while, have they, Derek? They need a goal here.
And the substitution will occur now. Paulo Dybala with the corner. And a goal kick is the outcome. And don't forget, we have more Premier League action coming up for you on EA TV. It's Leicester City facing Aston Villa.
Yeah, atmospheres make games, Derek, and that should be an absolute belter.
Well, it was pretty straightforward for the goalkeeper. Only 10 minutes remaining here. Can they push ahead in the closing stages? Dybala. Given away by Tottenham. Well, let's see if something comes of this. Dennis Praet. Ndidi. Pulls it back. Well, the two sides still locked together. And a set piece, a corner, can make all the difference. Over it comes. Well, it has come to nothing. Dennis Praet. Well, he had a decent reading of that ball in. What about the stoppage time situation? 2 minutes the word. Dybala. Çalhanoğlu. And here now come Tottenham. A goal at this late stage could settle the issue. Coman. Dembele. Çalhanoğlu. Happy to take on the shot. Well, flinging himself at it. And he's fired over the corner. Relatively straightforward to mop. And that will do it. The final whistle is sounded. A back and forth sort of game. And a... All roads lead to Manchester. A game that really should offer the neutral plenty to be excited about, not to mention fans of the two respective sides. It's Manchester City versus Spurs, and it's live next on EA TV. Well, the weather has certainly cooperated. Beautiful conditions here at the Etihad Stadium. My name is Derek Ray, and with me is my commentary partner Lee Dixon, and very much looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League. It is Manchester City up against Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, the talking is over, the game plans are set. Now it's up to the players to go out and earn their corn. There's nothing the managers can do once the first whistle goes. I think, Derek, we're in for a cracker.
Dybala, chance to put them in front. Terrific block there. And here's the Manchester City lineup. Ederson between the posts. Aymeric Laporte starts with Rafael Varane at the back. And playing up front today, Sergio Aguero. This is the starting lineup for Tottenham Hotspur. Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. Davinson Sanchez starts alongside Presnel Kimpembe at the back. And the main threat in attack should be Paulo Dybala. A City free kick forthcoming. Well, that could be his final rebuke, I think, and the referee's making that absolutely clear.
I like that, Derek. Good refereeing. Nice and strong, told the play...
The free kick from distance just off target.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. I'm pretty sure the goalkeeper wasn't as well. It was close.
Well, here's the table, and I think it's fair to say that Spurs have performed below expectations so far, Lee.
Well, the start of the season, most pundits, commentators, myself included, thought they'd be competing for the title. Still a way to go, but they're pretty off the pace, they really are. They need to recover and recover quickly. Form's gone out the window, confidence shot to pieces.
And the counter looks on here, options available. End product or not. Aguero. Clean challenge. And news of a goal in the Leicester City match. Alan?
It's a goal for Aston Villa. 21 minutes played. 1-0.
Cheers again, Alan. Can't miss, surely. And there it is, the breakthrough. That will do nicely.
Well, here's the replay, and what a ball that is to put him through. And he had choices of what type of finish to apply. And bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal.
1-0 then. De Bruyne. Fernandinho. De Bruyne now. Aguero. Well, the attack carried promise, but petered out. Coman. Delightful pass. Space afforded him. As clean as a whistle, that challenge. Fernandinho. Ferran Torres. Fernandinho with it.
City certainly having the lion's share of possession, but after that it's been disappointing. I'd like to see them use those wide areas around the defence, get round them as opposed to trying to go through the middle.
This could level it, and it is the equaliser. Parity now, and who's to say what's going to happen next?
Well, Derek, the keeper's not going to want to see the replay of this. Completely caught out at his near post. Shocker.
Even Steven, one apiece on this match. Foden. And intercepting it. A move of promise on the flank. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Rodrigo. Dybala. Well, there might well be scope for them to counter-attack here. All in all, a broken counter-attack. And taking it away. There will be 1 minute added on at the end. Fernandinho. Sterling has it. Bernardo Silva. Well, the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Oh, he's given it away. Moving into the advanced position. And Spurs doing well to win it back. Well, it's a really poor challenge. Now, what's the referee going to do about it? He's not afraid of a tackle, is he, Fernandinho? And he's gone into the book here.
Well, the referee was right on the spot there. Definite yellow card.
Going well. Frankie de Jong. Dybala. Must take the lead here. Not a great pass. And so much to like about the first half performance put in by Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, he's been involved in most of the positive things in that first half, and obviously getting that goal has given his team a huge boost for this second half.
Kimpembe. Dybala. He's got the right idea with that pass. He's in position. And a goal it is to put them in front again. No less than they deserve.
Well, here's the replay, and as we can see, the defence can't cope with the through ball, and he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard.
So back in action. Will there be a quick response from City? There needs to be. De Bruyne. Half an hour remaining then. Moving the ball nicely, trying to carve out the equaliser. So a throw in here. A change in the offing for City.
Tottenham have not had too much of the ball, but again, we've seen it before, we'll see it again. Their counter-attack play has been absolutely fantastic. Pace really hurts defences, and they've got that in abundance.
And news of a goal in the Leicester City match. Alan?
It's a third goal for Aston Villa. 64 minutes played, 3-0.
Alan McInally with his finger on the pulse. And making sure nothing untoward happened following the cross.
Substitution for Manchester City, coming off the pitch, number 25, Fernandinho. Coming onto the pitch, number 15, Lucas.
So the corner played into the box, punching it clear. Anderson Talisca. On the ball, Reguilon. Racing away here. Sound piece of goalkeeping. Don't forget about the fourth round of the Carabao Cup, live coverage here on EA TV. It's Manchester City facing Burnley.
Yeah, for me, now starting to get to the nervy part of the competition. 16 teams left in it. Who will last the pace? Can't wait for that, Derek.
And the ball back with Spurs now. 15 minutes remaining. Alexander Zinchenko. City moving the ball forwards. What can they do from here? In by Sterling. Well, he took care of it defensively. Well, the counter chance looks very real. Opportunity it is. It has to be, surely. And a goal! There he is at the double. They just can't subdue him.
Well, here it is again. It's all about the pace in transition. They were so quick to get out from the back. And sometimes, with all the time in the world, you can fluff your lines. But he composes himself and slips it past the keeper beautifully.
So there it is, 3-1 the current scoreline here. Let's join Alan McInally now because there's been a goal in the Leicester City game. Alan.
It's another goal for Aston Villa. 8 minutes remain, 4-0.
Thank you, Alan McInally. And there's the feed into the box. Just couldn't capitalise there. Well, given that we're in the second half. And in with a real chance. Absolutely spot on with that challenge. Laporte. Lucas Leiva has it. They might be able to get in now. And space for them here on the flank. Anderson Talisca. It's with McTominay. Given away by Tottenham. And the referee says that will do it for this contest. It is a Spurs success story, Lee.
Well, Derek, when the lead was extended...
Well, the weather is absolutely perfect here at the home of Tottenham Hotspur in London. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary is the former Arsenal defender, Lee Dixon. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It is Tottenham Hotspur facing Brighton and Hove Albion.
Thank you, Derek. I was just flicking through my notes at this one. Everything pointing to a really lively matchup this is. Fingers crossed, eh?
Introducing the Spurs starting 11. Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal. Davinson Sanchez plays alongside Presnel Kimpembe at the back. And the main threat in attack should be Paulo Dybala. Rodrigo. And slipped through beautifully. Well, the attack carried promise, but petered out. Tactically quite clear what they're doing, trying to get right on top of their opponents. Getting news of a goal in the Arsenal match. Alan McAnally.
It's a goal for Arsenal. 10 minutes played, 1-0.
Thanks, Alan. Rodrigo. De Jong. Dybala. Alexis McAllister. Well, they do like to press whenever they can. Well, it was interesting to look at the table. And what can we say about these runaways, for want of a better word?
Well, they've got such a healthy lead, haven't they? You just don't see them dropping too many points. They will suffer a lack of form at some point, but it's whether they can be caught from behind. The real difficult thing for the clubs chasing is they just look so good. Absolutely brilliant.
Foden. Can they get in behind them and deliver towards the back post? Oh, a moment of pure class! had to catch it perfectly, and didn't he just?
Well, here's the replay. It's a really dangerous ball into the penalty area. And then just look at the finish. Reads the flight perfectly and absolutely smashes it beyond the keeper. There's just no stopping that.
The opening goal of the game then. Percy Tau. Pascal Gross. Tau. Well, that's how to dispossess your opponent. Getting news of a goal in the Liverpool match, Alan.
It's a goal for Liverpool. 27 minutes played, 1-0.
Thanks as ever for the update, Alan. Foden. Advantage Spurs. Well, following the clearance, it will be a corner. Played into the centre of the box. And well off target in the end. Good pressure from the defender to put him off. Well, disappointing end to the move. Dybala. Given away by Tottenham. I'm hearing there's been a goal at Villa Park. Who has scored it? Alan.
It's a goal for Aston Villa. 37 minutes played, 1-0.
Regular updates from Alan McInally along the way. Foden. Alexander-Arnold. Rodrigo. Oh, in with a chance. And a goal! There he is at the double. They just can't subdue him.
Well, we can take another look at this now, and he's connected so well with it, generated a lot of power, and the keeper just can't react in time. Look.
Well, a second goal for them here. Puado. Coates. Tau. On to Gross. And the fourth official confirming that we'll have one additional minute. De Jong. It's with Kingsley Coman. No more time left. That is it for the first half here at the home of Tottenham.